I first learned about the saga of the Hunt brothers when I was in 8th grade, believe it or not. I started collecting coins kind of casually. I was looking for state quarters, and then eventually I graduated to small silver coins. At the time, this was late 90s, early 2000s, you could go to the bank and get a roll of half dollars, and there was a good chance you would find one or two silver coins. Good old days. They weren't worth very much, though. They were worth only 65, 70 cents a coin. Now, not long after I started doing that, my parents started fighting a lot over all the money that my dad had lost gambling in the stock market. And I suggested to my parents they should cash out whatever they still had in the stock market and buy 40% silver coins because they were selling for 70, 75 cents a coin. And I thought there was a limited downside to it. The worst case, they could still cash it in for 50 cents each, right? There aren't too many investments that had a floor like that. And I went to read about how high silver had been before, and I learned that just 20 years earlier, silver had been $50 an ounce. And depending on how you adjust that for inflation, by that time it was worth $70 to $100 or even more in $2,000, right? And I've always been fascinated by the idea that one could Hunt Brothers some other market, right? Some of the coins I was collecting had a mintage figure that was only 1 or 2 million, and the coin might have only been going for $20, $30, $40. And it seemed like you could Hunt Brothers it, right? Now, that connects me to another passion of mine. When I was studying chemistry in high school, one of my favorite chemists in history is Mary Curie. Now, she appeared on a banknote in the late 80s, and the mintage figure of that was only 400 some thousand as well. And I could potentially Hunt Brothers it. I think I have 5 of them. I have 2 of them here, but I have a few back home at my family's home as well. And ironically, I'm also Hunt Brothering a metal that's going to be used to create something that she invented, right? So I don't know why I'm so connected to her. But anyways, so this November 7, Mary Curie's birthday, we're going to try to Hunt Brothers Bismuth, and I can't wait. I really can't. I really encourage everybody who's interested in bismuth to just buy it that day. 50 pounds, 100 pounds, whatever you could afford, and make some interesting artwork out of it, jewelry, or whatever the situation is. To give you an idea how cheap it is, I'm kind of disappointed because I was making crystals and I had a lot of slag left over that I wanted to recycle into more bismuth, and I went online to read about the chemical process to do that, and nobody seemed interested. They were like, it's not worth our time to do that. And so I don't know if that's a sign that bismuth is worth too little, or Americans give too much value to their time. And but I figured it out myself, and it's not very inconvenient. And I usually, by the time I make 50 pounds worth of crystals, there's at least 3 to 5 pounds worth of bismuth slag. Although I'm getting better at not creating the slag in the first place, but I'll put it into my furnace, and you mix it with charcoal and heat it up to 850. I gotta show a video of this sometime. Anyway, so that's kind of sad that people are just throwing out all this bismuth, right? When it's almost as rare as gold. So given that we're gonna try to Hunt Brothers, and I thought I would look up what the #1 song during the time of the Hunt Brothers is, and to sing a little parody for it. Let me see how many of these songs I recognize. I wanna rock with you all night. I wanna corner the market in bismuth. Do. Oh, do that to me one. That's a perfect one. Do that to me one more time. Let's shoot for the moon. This time in bismuth. Let's see. Everyone considered him the Hunt Brothers for bismuth. The long run. Not sure what that is. Escape. Oh, the pina colada. If you like pina coladas, if you like the Hunt Brothers, this November 7th, I can't remember the tune to it. Let's see, some more that I recognize. Wow, the 80s had a lot of songs that were only popular like a short amount of time, because I don't recognize any of these songs. Okay. So yeah, maybe later today I'll put together an album of Hunt Brother era parody songs for cornering the market.